What's going on, Illumineers? My name is Nerdstrom, and I will be playing against myself. Uh, this is going in the wake of my experience during my first set six championship for Azurite C of the season, and it did not go my way. I went 17th out of 32. It was just a very bad outing overall. And I went and played with my Amber Steel Songs deck. And apparently, in this contest, I was actually the only representative doing Amber Steel. So there wasn't any other thing other than my deck. There was no Amber Steel aggro. There was no Diggy Hole variant. It was just me. I did seem to kind of face a lot of steel players. In my experience in my game, I went up against an Emerald Steel, a Ruby Amethyst, an Amethyst Steel, a Ruby Sapphire, and and a Blurple deck. And at the end result of it, I only went 2-3, and it went out in 17th place. So I'm sitting here wondering, okay, I spent a lot of time working with this deck. Was this actually the right decision? And while I was trying to decide what deck I was going for with the Amber Steel songs, I was also kind of tooling around with another deck that's over on this side, right over here. This is my Ruby Amethyst Burn deck. Ruby Amethyst, I feel, is a deck that is very difficult to. It's a deck that can be pretty easy to learn, but very difficult to master, especially in the traditional variant. But with set six, there's a lot of tools that came out that involved the burn variant and made it very an interesting combination. And I've tested this thing out a number of different times in a lot of different constructed events, and I really enjoyed. If anything, I really enjoyed playing this deck. And I was debating on maybe having that one as my initial one for this set six championship that I was attending. Uh, but since I went with Summer Steel Songs and I had a poor outing, I decided why not go ahead and pit both of them against each other to determine did I make a right decision in this contest. And yeah, so we're about to find that out. So both my decks are already done with the initial shuffle. Now we're gonna help determine who is going to go first. Um, and hang on, before I do anything, it looks like my cats need water. Tesla, you thirsty? Tesla, you thirsty? You want some water? I know you guys probably want to see my cats, but if I do that, then I have to take it off my $3 thing on there and show them. And we also have a messy house, so I don't want to take that much of a risk. I will let you know, however, my cats. I have two cats, Tesla and Murphy, and they are both very, very thirsty right now. There you go. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and get some water for them. Do you need water? I bet you need water, don't you? Okay. I've given provisions to my children, and now we get to figure out who is going to go first in this contest. It'll be best of three, just like how it was with the set championships that I attended. And yeah, first to 20 wins. So, Amber Steel Song's roll is going to be a 7. Okay. Ruby Amethyst is going to be a 4. So, a 4. Trust me, it was 4. So, I'm going to have Amber Steel Songs go first. To start off, they've also been pre-cut already, so I went ahead and did this. So now we're just going to go ahead and draw the cards, figure out whose hands they are. Generally, you'll see that whoever is going second, I usually tend to draw that one first. That way, when the first player does draw and mulligan, they can just immediately go ahead and start. And that's how it is going to go. So, this is not exactly the best outing, but I do like a couple of cards given the fact that I am on the draw in this play. So this might prove to be okay. I'm actually going to send back 5 for Ruby Amethyst. You'll also have to excuse me if you hear me sniffling and coughing a little bit. I have been battling a minor sickness, just mostly a major sore throat that I was dealing with all day yesterday. It's also the reason why I am at home right now instead of going out to league nights like I normally would on Tuesdays to go ahead and participate in that. And that's the main reason why I'm there. So I'm not going to spoil the hand that I had here on Ruby Amethyst just yet because you're going to see what's going on in there. But I will say this early play, I do really like it considering what I'm going up against and being second on the play, on the draw. But Amber Steel Songs, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this one. We'll see how this one goes. If there's anybody in the chat that can tell me whether or not you can actually see my hand, please let me know. It's not necessary. I mean, the only person I'm playing against is myself, but I do kind of want to have like reveals and cards and stuff like that to be kind of a surprise, just like how it would be in a normal setting. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking. Is it actually worth going that direction? So let's do this. All right, I'm going to send back 4 for Amber Steel Song. It's going to be 4 cards on here. And good luck, Nerdstrom. Thank you, Nerdstrom. Good luck to you, too. All right, so it's time to play against myself. So to start, I am playing against a control deck. Well, what's usually perceived as a control deck. And when that does happen, you tend to want to be able to kind of get some early lore games on there too. And the way that I played against, especially the Ruby Amethyst version game deck that I played against during set championships, I was able to 2-0 my opponent by just simply playing as aggro as I possibly could. This is not an aggro deck by any means. It's a classic songs deck, but there are a couple of cards inside of there that if there was a situation where I had to go aggro, I could. I wouldn't be able to go terribly wide, but I did have a couple of lore getters that could at least get me some advantage early on. And I did notice that even in defeat, that was a strategy that did provide a difficulty in my decks. And again, I'm kind of sitting here going, maybe I should be an aggro player. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start by inking a Lawrence, and I'm going to go ahead and play Daisy. That's a lot of foreshadowing to tell you exactly what I'm playing. So I'm going to start with Daisy. Whenever it's a character quest, each opponent reveals the top card of the deck. If it's a character card, they may put it into your hand. Otherwise, they put it on the bottom of their deck. And I will pass to Nerdstrom. All right. Ruby Amethyst is going to draw for turn. I'm going to ink Finders Keepers, and I'm going to play Diablo. This would have been a much better situation if they played a Cinderella, because, oh, cool, if you want to banish my character, great, banish Cinderella. Banish Cinderella, go ahead. Diablo, just give me my card back. But still a pretty decent card, and, you know, it's enough to kind of threaten people to not actually touch it because they don't want me to get any card draw, especially early on. So yeah, that'll be the first turn for Ruby Amethyst, and I will pass turn. Alright, I'm going to draw for turn. Ooh. Might be regretting picking that Lawrence. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and ink the Queen. I'm gonna quest for 2. Let's go ahead and reveal this card. If it's a character card, it gets put into their hand. That will. And so now we're at 2. Let's pass turn. Turn. Okay. I am going to ink a Pirate's Life. I am going to spend 2, and I'm going to rush the Queen into Daisy Duck for 2. And then I will quest for 1. And I will pass turn. So now Ruby Amethyst is at 1. Return. Okay, I'm going to ink an Ariel, and I'm going to play an Ariel. I will pick Strength of a Raging Fire. That's my card. I choose. When you play this character, you can look at the top 4 cards of my deck, reveal a song card, and put it on the bottom onto your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. I'm going to go ahead and quest for 2 to 4. So now Amber Steel Songs is at 4. Something tells me that my Daisy Duck is going to go. I got to get that early lore game as soon as I can. Pass turn. Oh, Queen of Hearts did get 1 in that previous exchange. Go ahead and draw for turn. So I am going to, let's see, how can I be effective with this? I'm gonna ink followers. I'm gonna go ahead and trade with Queen of Hearts with Daisy Duck. Both of them are going to go. I am also going to spend 3, and I'm going to Brawl Ariel. Take that one out. And then I will quest for 1 to 2. And I will pass turn. That was actually a pretty fortuitous draw, because I didn't actually have a turn 3 option until I saw that. That was pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to draw for turn. You hate to see this. Okay, fine. I'm going to ink Strength of Raging Fire. I kind of actually, spoiler alert, I did kind of actually pick this one because I needed something to ink. Bunch of songs, no ink. Spend 4, and I'm going to play Prince of Naveen, which I'm going to go ahead and play Whole New World. So we're going to discard a hand, draw 7 new cards. 4, 5, 6, 7. When you play this character, you can play a song with cost 6 or less for free. Whole New World is worth 5. And that's the reason why I was able to do that. 2, 3, 5, 6. And that's about all I can do at this point. I will go ahead and pass turn. Turn. This is not drawn well. Oh my goodness. Going to ink Goofy. And why not? I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 for the White Rose. gain a lore when you play this character. And I will draw. I will quest for 4. So now Ruby Amethyst is at 4. And I will pass turn. Alright. Turn. Okay, let's see. I am going to ink Lawrence. I'm going to spend 1 for the queen, 2 to shift said queen. I'll spend 2 for Mr. Smee. And I am going to, where are you at? 4? I'm going to go ahead and quest for 2. Actually, no. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and play have Naveen sing Storm Rage on Diablo. That's going to take it away. Diablo draws a card. And then I also draw a card. Okay, cool. Pass turn. Your days of gathering free Lord Diablo are over. All right. Anyway, let's see. Draw for turn. So I am going to ink Shurnwalk's Followers. And I am going to, let's see. Let's see. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm going to go ahead and quest for 1. And then I will spend 3 to bounce it with Fox. Fox is going to rush into Naveen, take each other out. Got an empty board. I don't know if I really want to do that, but it's a risk I'm going to have to take for future actions. I'm going to go ahead and pass turn. That's not foreshadowing. That's not foreshadowing at all. Okay. I'm gonna draw for turn. Now, should I take advantage of the fact that I've got like a whole bunch of like cards just chilling in here, just ready to go? Let's see. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go ahead and play 2 for no Smee, 2 for Ursula, because you're at 5 ink. Be Prep's not coming anytime soon, or at least not this round. I'm gonna go ahead and quest for 4 to 8. So now Hammer Steel has 8, and I will pass turn. All right, let's see. Draw for turn. I am going to ink the White Rose. And I am going to spend 6 for Maui. And just pray that I do not get friggin' Zeused out of here. We'll see. If that doesn't work, I guess I gotta play him. So yeah, Maui's gonna pass turn. Okay. I'm going to be really risky with this here, okay? I'm going to start by having Ursula sing Storm on Maui. Maui takes 2, and I draw a card. I am going to Inkapete, and I'm going to spend 3 to play Ariel. I draw 4, reveal. You know what? That'll work. This is the one time that I can ever use this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and sing World's Greatest Criminal Mind on Maui. That is going to go away. And I will... Oh, Speed took 1 last time. I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 for Pete. That was actually a really good play. I'm going to quest for 4 to 12. And Amber Steel is going to pass turn. Now, I do believe I have lethal on board. Yes, I do. With 12, I've got 9 on board right now. So, unless the B-prep happens, it is not going to. However, what I can do is ink White Rose. I'm going to spend 3 to brawl Ursula. And I'm going to spend 3 to brawl Ariel. I do believe that puts you 1 short. As far as I know. So, yes. Pass turn. Alright, 1, 2. Okay. I'm going to spend 4 to play Rapunzel, take 2 off, draw 2. And I'm going to ink Strength. Let's go for the win here. 1 and 2. Just pray not for a B-Pep. And I will quest for 7 to 19. And I will pass turn. All right, last chance. Last chance here for Ruby Amethyst. Will they have anything? Draw for turn. Nothing for the win, I don't think. Yeah, because there's only so much I can hold off. Okay, I am going to ink Elsa. I will spend 3 to brawl. Shit, I don't know. Rapunzel. 3 to gain the lore. To 6 and 2 to gain the lore to 8. And that's about as much as I can do. Alright, so Ruby Amethyst falls to Amber Steel Song in the first round. So I'm looking at this win and I'm like, okay, maybe I made the right decision. But Ruby Amethyst can pop off at some point, man. And you never know. Like, if you get the cards in the right order, it is a pretty sweet deck. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this one first. So, yeah. If you're wondering about a couple of options I did on my Amber Steel deck, a couple of spice that I did put in there was I did actually put Grab Your Swords inside of this deck. I remember amongst most of the people that were participating in there, I knew I was dealing with a lot of Emerald Steel, and that was going to be a nice championship. And so I put in a Grab Your Sword just as an option to potentially at least take out unguarded, uncoved Prince Johns and Diablos in case I do encounter a whole bunch of them, and just to at least have one wipe just to see just to kind of keep them at bay, or just kind of take out a couple of things along the way before they get a little bit too crazy. So that's kind of the mindset that I had going into it. And I remember that in the whole of the competition, I only faced one Emerald Steel, and there was only one opportunity that I had where Grab Your Sword was actually going to be useful in it. And I remember that because Ursula is such a big, strong presence in any Emerald deck, what I did was I ended up trying to mulligan out any songs that I had in my hand the first time around. On the third game, this is the deciding game, and when I was refilling my hand, sure enough, Grab Your Swords was on there, and sure enough, when turn 2 Ursula came out, he went ahead and removed the sword, and so I was more or less kaput after that one. With both games kind of being, all 3 games were like kind of down to the wire, but once that third game, like when I was dependent on the Grab Your Sword, I knew it was pretty much over. But yeah, I was really impressed by the apparent lack of Amber Steel decks in general during that competition. I've never seen that. It's like one of the big 4 decks to choose from, and a lot of people are really usually using it. Definitely a decent amount of Amethyst of some kind, whether it was Steel Amethyst, whether it was Ruby Amethyst, Emerald Amethyst, Blurple. All of them are represented in that contest, and a lot of people claim that Amethyst is like the color to kind of set 6, and I tend to kind of agree in terms of about the amount of presence. If I remember correctly, because I did leave after preliminaries went, I know an Emerald Steel made top 2, and I know this because it was the guy who I faced in my game, but I can't remember who the other guy was running, but yeah, it was definitely more or less like Amethyst is definitely a really prominent color, and that's also the thing that was leading into my decision to kind of decide whether or not I actually wanted to do Ruby Amethyst as my entry for this contest too, because I felt like, okay, Amethyst is going to be a big deal, and I wanted to be a part of it. But I decided not to last minute, and I was like, well, I'm going to go with what I know, and Steel Song is a deck that I know very well. I've grown to enjoy it, and am I the best driver of it? Hell no. But I do feel that I'm a lot more proficient at Steel Song than I would be in other decks. So we've got our decks shuffled up. Let's go ahead and see who gets next. So Amber Steel is going to first draw because they're going to be going to look at their hand first because they are on the draw. And let's take a look at this. Okay, so when you're on the draw against a deck like Ruby Amethyst, I mean, if you play like I play, you're gonna want to be able to kind of draw as many resources as you possibly can, so that when you start doing things like burns, doing actions so that you can gain lore using Maui, you want to be able to have enough actions to kind of justify that. So while that's happening, it's a long setup. You're trying to kind of go in and gather as much lore as you possibly can in those situations. So that's kind of what I'm gonna try to strategize for in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and nix 1, 2. I'll keep that one just in case, and in case that doesn't work out, I can just always think that. So I'm going to go ahead and mull 4, send back 4 of them, and I'll go ahead and do a shuffly shuff. So, if there's anybody in the comments section, who, what sort of decks did you run for set championships? Did you try to bring something like spicy? Did you bring like a, or did you kind of bring like more of the popular decks? Was anything from the previous championships an influence in the decisions that you made your decks? And so yeah, if you want to, go ahead and comment below what your deck choices were and how you also did in your local set championships. I would love to see how you guys did. Dreamborn links are always appreciated. Anyway. Okay, so that is done. Let's go ahead and get Ruby Amethyst set up, which is the one who's going to start. So, in the case of Ruby Amethyst, if I can't get my draw engine going, like use Churnbox followers or get Diablo to kind of run into stuff so I can draw cards, if I can't get that engine going early enough, I know you need to be able to kind of do whatever I can to stop potentially a fast break, an early fast break from Amber Steel Songs. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and send back 3. Draw 3. And shuffle. No, upside down. That's not good. You hate to see it. There you go. I will admit, man, that this deck was not shuffled well. So because I had this deck for set championship, usually what happens in those kind of things, you need to submit a picture of the deck that you're going to play along with your Dreamborn link. And so when you do that, you have to present your cards in a photo to kind of say, okay, yeah, I have, here are all the deck, here are the cards, here's how many I'm playing, and it's kind of like a picture it didn't happen kind of situation. When you do that, it does result in the deck being incredibly like off in terms of the way it shuffles. So I have this regular tradition of when I do have to present one of those things, I then shuffle however I shuffled 100 times on those things to kind of really make sure that it's about as mixed up as you possibly can. Because if I don't, just like how Ruby Amethyst did, I end up having like all 4 of my brawls within 4 turns, and just having them in the cards. I mean, like, it's nice to have, especially when a guy's trying to go wide. But considering how ineffective it was, because a lot of these ones were 3-strength characters instead of 2-strength, you know, it ended up being like kind of like a useless, more or less useless kind of thing. So, that said, I'm gonna go ahead and start off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink Fighters Keepers, and I'm going to start by putting Churnbox followers, and I'm going to pass turn. Alright, so I'm going to draw for turn. I am going to ink the Queen, and I'm going to spend 1 for Cinderella, and I'm going to pass turn. Turn. Go ahead and get Elsa. The quest for 1. So 1. I'm going to banish this card with turn box effect. I'm going to draw a card. And then I'm going to spend 1 for Diablo, and I'm going to pass turn. Turn. Oh, you do not want to see this. I am going to ink strip the Raging Fire. I'm going to spend 1. Oh, actually, no. I'm going to spend 2 for Ursula. And I'm going to have Cinderella sing Strength on Diablo. Banish that. You draw a card. And I'll pass turn. Drop turn. I'm going to go ahead and ink a Fox. And I'm going to spend 3 to brawl Ursula. Banish chosen character with 2 strength or less, in case you're wondering what it is. And I will pass turn. Drop turn. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and ink Pete, and I'm gonna spend 1 for Daisy Duck. I'll quest for 1, and I'll pass turn. Draw turn. I am going to ink a Brawl. And I'm going to spend 4 for Goofy. It's got Rush. I'm going to go ahead and rush into Cinderella. Take 1 damage. And when this character challenges another character, I gain 2 lore. I'm going to go pass turn. Alright, I'm going to drop turn. Great. Let's see. I'm going to spend 3 and play Let the Storm Rage On to give 2 damage to Goofy to 3. There's that. I'm going to draw a card. I would have loved to have done this earlier. I'm going to ink Mr. Smee. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this off with Goofy. I'll take 2 damage. I don't like doing this, but I just don't want to have another challenger that's on the field that could potentially get lore whenever I quest or sing. So I'm going to go ahead and pass turn. Drop turn. You know what? Let's try it. I'm going to go ahead and ink Fire's Keepers. I'm going to spend 3 for the White Rose. So I gain lore. I'm going to spend 2. Gather Knowledge and Wisdom to 6. And I will pass around. Alright, draw for turn. I'm going to ink Ursula. I'm going to spend 4 for Prince Levine, who is then going to sing Log King Zeus. Not want another Fox coming out. I'm going to quest for 2. Go ahead and reveal. Diablo. Hate to see it. Alright, so now Amber Steel's at 3. Pass turn. Okay. Turn. I'm gonna spend 1 for Diablo. Spend 3. Let's bounce Diablo. Spend 1. Let's play Diablo. I'll go ahead and rush into Daisy. Take 1. And I will pass turn. Alright, I'm gonna draw turn. I'm gonna go ahead and hard cast Grab Your Sword. Deals 2 damage to all characters. Diablo's gonna draw you a card. And then I am going to ink a Rapunzel. Quest for 2 to 5. We're still now has 5. It's 6, 5, just so you know. And then I will pass turn. Turn. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and ink Brawl, and I'm gonna spend. I'm gonna spend 5 for Dragonfire. Banish that character. Pass turn. Turn. 5 for the Queen. Now pass turn. Turn. Queen of Hearts. You paired. Don't really want to, but sometimes you just have to. I'll pass turn. So both of us, so Ruby Amethyst has 1 card in their hand. There's nothing underneath the gear on this one, so at this point I'm just top loading and hoping for the best. I'm gonna spend 2 for the bare necessities. And Brawl. Okay, cool. So both of us at right now are top decking. As of right now, I'm gonna go past turn. This is gonna be like a war of attrition at this point. Off turn. I will spend 4 for Goofy. We'll pass turn. Spend 3 for Ariel. Look through here. Oh, whole new world. There we go. So we'll keep that in my hand. One pass turn. Well, now you know what's up. Now all I gotta do is just stop it. I mean, it's gonna be more beneficial for you too. Draw for turn. 2 for Gathering. Gain 2. Yeah, Ruby Amethyst is now at 8. And I'm gonna go ahead and pass turn. Okay, draw for turn. Alright. Let's spend 3 for Pete. I'm gonna have Ariel sing for the world. It's not the best time to be doing this. I'm gonna go ahead and and spend 3 to actually, yeah. We'll storm Goofy, and I'll draw a card, and I'll pass turn. Turn. Let's see. I'm going to ink Finders Keepers. I have 8 ink now. I'm going to spend 1 for followers, 3 scouts, and I'm going to go ahead and challenge this. Take 2, and I'm going to spend 1 for followers, 1 for Diablo. And I will go ahead and quest for 1. Last turn. Turn. Let's see. Let's do that. I'm gonna go ahead and ink Ursula. I'm gonna spend 1 for Cindy, 1 for Daisy, 2 for Smee, 3 for Pete, and then I am going to. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Goofy. Take that. Take 2, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass turn. Turn. Ooh. I would. Shoot. You know what? Let's try it. I know I got something coming. 4. I'm gonna rush Goofy into Pete. Pete's gonna take. Goofy's gonna take 3. He's gonna gain 2. Gain me 2 lore since the challenge another character. And then I'm gonna spend 4 for Goat, which will net me 1 more lore. And then I'm gonna go ahead and quest for 3. And I will pass turn. Turn. Okay. I am going to ink the Queen. I'm gonna spend 3 for Ariel. I am going to spend 1 for Daisy. I'm going to have. Let's see, I need to get rid of something now. I'll have Cindy sing strength on. No, strength on Goat. So yeah, you're gonna gain your lore. Actually no, I shouldn't do that. In my house we do take back. It's fine. We're gonna hit Goofy. That goes away. We are going to use Pete to sing Storm Rage On to take out Mim. I'm going to draw a card from that. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and have Daisy attack Diablo. You're going to draw your card. Smee is going to attack followers. And that's going to be that. I'm going to take 2. At the end of this phase, he's going to be taken out. And then, lastly, I'm going to go ahead and Zeus Merlin. You're going to get your lore. But you also don't have a board. So, let's see what happens. Do we get Bee prepped? We'll find out. Here we go. Just as a spoiler alert, I do not have Bee prep in my hand right now in this Ruby Amethyst deck. Let's see. Do you even have lethal? Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, nowhere close. So, all right, let's draw this. All right, magic. Okay. That is an interesting card. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 4 for Genie. Draw a card. I'm gonna spend 4 for Genie. Draw a card. I'm going to ink the White Rose. Play a Thievery. Gain a lore. And you lose 1. And we'll see what happens there. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Don't tell me I have to do it all over again. Yes, unfortunately, it's going to have to be the way. So, drop turn. Okay. I'm going to take the Lawrence. I'm going to have Ariel sing Hold the World. So oh yeah, that was should be on. This would have won it. Maui, Pirate's Life, and Genie. That was actually a very lucky draw. But unfortunately, we'll never know the end result of that because I don't have any cards. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. I need to find a way to get rid of both Genies in a go. And I can't do it unless everything goes my way. So let's see. I've got 9 ink to play with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by having I'm going to have Cindy sing Shoot the Raging Fire on one of the Genies to take that out. And then I'm going to this is tough. I'm going to have Ariel sing Storm to deal 2 damage to that character. And then I'm going to draw a card. I am going to have Ariel search for something. Bare necessities. Oh man, I really don't want to get rid of these. Shoot. I'm going to bet it all and see what happens. I'm going to spend 1 for Daisy because I just want to keep that on there at some point. goodbye everything. I'm gonna go ahead and play Prince Levine. We're gonna do a whole new world. I still got a Pete that can. Still got a Pete that can. Ooh, White Rose would have also netted me something. Okay. Alright, let's see. Dang it. One. Yep. Send me. Damn. Quest for 5 to 9. Call it. Did you get anything? Yeah. There you go. Marlins would have won you anyway. Either way. Cool. All right. So Ruby Amethyst takes the second game. Okay, so Ruby Amethyst takes the second game. And I was trying to find another storm. Did I get anything else in here? There would have been nothing anyway, so I guess I already put all my storms. That's a shame. I was all stormed out. That was a pretty interesting war of attrition that we had on there. There was a good amount of period of time where neither side had cards on the board. That was an interesting setup. All right. So that means that Amber Steel is going to go first this next round. The score is tied at 1-1 each. And we're one step closer to figuring out if I made the right decision for set championships. So we'll see how it goes. So, this is going to start doing their hand choice first. No. Alright, I'm going to send 4 back on this one. Okay, Ruby Amethyst is done. I also have to see what Amorcito songs up to. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and send back 2. Got that. Okay. Time to figure out who is going to be, which was the right decision. And going to start by 18th Strength. I'm going to spend 1 for Cinderella. The pass turn. Turn. You know what I could do? Let's try this. I'm going to go ahead and 8 Queen of Hearts. I'm going to spend 1 for Thievery. You're not going to gain. You're not going to lose 1. I'm going to gain 1. And I'll pass turn. Alright, I'm going to draw for turn. I'm going to ink another Strength. And I'm going to spend 2 for Mr. Smee. I'm going to go ahead and quest for 1. No pass turn. Turn. Gonna ink the Fox. I'm gonna spend 2. Gathering Knowledge Wisdom. Gain 3. Pass turn. Alright, I'm gonna draw for turn. I'm going to ink Pete. Spend 3. Ariel. Sorry, wait, what am I doing? Search 4. Whole New World. Quest for 3. End phase. Take 1. Pass turn. Alright, draw for turn. Alright, I want to ink Thievery. Actually, no, I'm not going to ink Thievery. I'm going to ink Goofy. I'm going to spend 1 for Thievery. Gain, lose, and I'll pass turn. Turn. I'm going to ink Queen, and I'm going to spend 4 for Rapunzel. Take that off. Draw a card. And I'll quest for 4 to 7. And I'll pass turn. I'm going to ink Goofy. I'm going to spend 4 for Genie. Draw a card. Pass turn. Turn. I'm going to spend 1 for Daisy, 3 for Ariel. Bare necessities. I will have Cinderella sing Bare Necessities. Be prepared. Gone. That is a horrible hand, by the way. I don't know. I was wondering if you dealt it. Shut up. Shut up, Tesla. Alright. Request for 5. Oh, yeah, that's right. It should have actually taken 2. And facing it 2. I think I probably have it in the bag. Return. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and rush Goofy into Smee. And out. Gain 2 lore. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Cindy. Take 1. And then I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll pass turn. This is the threat that you have on here when you have a wide deck like this one. You can go do a bunch more things. Let's see. I am going to have Rappy sing Along Came Zeus on Genie. And then I'm going to have Ariel sing Storm on Goofy. Take 2, draw a card. And I have Ariel also sing Storm on Goofy. Take that out. Draw another card. I am going to ink the Queen, and I'm going to spend 3 to play Pete. And I will quest for 2 to 14. And I will pass turn. Turn. I think this might be it. Yeah. I got nothing. Ink Bell. The only thing that can possibly stop it is if I take it, if I get a Thievery, because I think 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. Actually, no. There'll be 2 of them. You know what? 2 for us. Call it. All right. So, as a result of this match, we have discovered that Steel Song between the 2 seems like it was still the winner of the match, in spite of the end result that I had of it. And so I at least know that the deck itself was the best that I could scrounge up in my collection of cards. And so Yeah. What did you guys think? I mean, have you guys had any experience with Amber Steel songs? Did you feel like that's a really good deck? If not, do you think maybe Ruby Amethyst Burn was a deck that I should have probably picked out? Let us know in the comments below. If you have any ideas for other decks that could also be a possible thing to start off on, please let me know. Until then, this is Nerdstrom. Thank you for watching me play against myself. And until next time, let's get nerdy.